Okay, guys, we online on YouTube now. Hello, YouTube, morning. Today we stay here with Márcio, Mauri, Sydney, and Rafael for discuss a new topic with this new immersion on English. Before I start, I need to introduce myself. My name is Katiana. I'm a host here on Talk today. It's important to say I'm not a teacher. I stay here like the other talkers for improve my skills in English, but in this position, I help the talkers during the immersion. About the Talk, it's a platform for learning English, Spanish, Italian, and other languages common. Here we don't have a big rules, but it's important to respect each other during the immersion and have a space for everyone expose your opinion. The topic today is about music, how the music energy affects our memory. But before I start with this immersion, I think it's the time for everyone to introduce yourself. And Márcio, please, I start with you. Introduce yourself for us, Márcio.
All right. So I am Márcio, married. I have three children, one son, two daughter. I was born in northeast of Brazil, but I live in countryside of São Paulo. Here, I don't consider countryside here. I live in now São José dos Campos, a big city for me because there are a lot of opportunity and job small. Yeah, there are a lot of people and traffic transportation is here. There are a lot of it all the time, and because days I don't consider countryside. I consider big city for me, but people say okay. And I'm musician, and since I study English since I don't know a long time, and because I have a good teacher, is my dad, my is my teacher about the music instrument, and more specifically string instruments. Yeah, but I love play electric bass, and because electric bass is really different about the guitar, electric guitar. Okay, but another instrument, other instrument for me, really important on the band. This instrument in my mind. I am a trainee SAP consultant, and that's it about me, guys. Thank you for listening.
Márcio. And please, Mauri, introduce yourself for us.
Good morning. I'm Mauri Rocha. I'm 35 years old and I live in Jaceaba, Minas Gerais. I work as logistic analyst at Sinvalorec and I've been there for 15 years. In my free time, I like studying English, reading, watching series, and listen to music. My dream is to be a missionary. This is my second time here. I feel live. I feel a little nervous. My vocabulary is simple. Is have short vocabulary. That's it. Thank you.
Mauri, is it the first time with everyone? Everyone here have the butterflies in the stomach in the first week on Talk and Talk? Stay between us for 50 days, and after 50 days, these butterflies on the stomach is going, and you stay very calm. It's part of the process. Everyone here understand this feeling because have the same feeling on the first week on Talk and Talk, and is the part of the process for learning a new language. I share one thing. I remember when I started on Talk and Talk, I have the same feeling, and after one time, I go to the Spanish immersion, because I put in my mind, no, I need to go to another language and understand. And I have the same feeling on the Spanish, because all the time my brain returned to the English, and I stay very nervous. It's the same. It's the same. It's part of the process. And fica à vontade. Everyone understands this feeling. And Sydney, please introduce yourself for us.
Okay, good morning, everyone. First of all, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to stay here on Talk Talk. It's when I see your face, guys, I feel very comfortable, very happy because I already know of you, a lot of you, and yes, it's an enjoyable place, and I think it's also a community that we use to help each other to improve our English together. I think exchange our ideas and thoughts about these questions. Well, as you know, my name is Sydney and I'm 40 years old and currently I live in Belo Horizonte that I consider a good place to live. It has a lot of green area that the people use to practice a lot of sports. But the negative point about Belo Horizonte is there are a lot of hills in everywhere. So wherever we must go, we must face a lot of hills. So up and down hills is a is a phase that is a kind of thing that every Belo Horizontino want to they already used to do. About my profession, I work as an accountant and I have been working this field for the last 22 years. And I have a passion about my job, my career, because it permits me to use a lot of abilities about to run a company, you know. So when it permits me to stay behind, to stay close to the partners, to the owners of these companies, and the because this I have been learning a lot of things a lot of abilities such as negotiation, uh, emotional intelligence, and things like that. I'm married and I have a son. And in my free time, especially on weekends, I like to hang out with my family. I like to play some games with my son. And at night, we used to go out in some restaurants and with playgrounds that permit my son to play with other kids. So that's it a little about me. Thank you.
Nice, Sydney. And for the last, Rafael.
Oh, hello everyone. First of all, welcome aboard, Mauri. Feel free to how to say that to make mistakes, and we are glad to be how to have you here with us. As Sydney said, I think that it's we are here to help each other. So welcome aboard. So I'm Rafael. I'm 32. I'm a Brazilian. I grew up in São Paulo, but nowadays I'm living in Netherlands in Europe. I used to live in France because I'm a PhD candidate there with a background in civil liability. That is a part of the law. I've been teaching in France for the last 3 years, which has been a great opportunity to learn and exchange with students, colleagues, and professors. I'm here on Talk and Talk to improve my English as well my French too. So I'm host in English here in French. So come to my immersions if you can. It would be a pleasure to receive you then. And I think that's it a little bit about myself. I like to play basketball, to go to a samba, so I miss a lot to do this kind of thing in Brazil because here in Europe I have this opportunity once a month. And that's it. It's a great topic. Talk about music. I'm glad that Hassan Marcio is here, a musician, and let's do it.
Hi, about the question number one, do you think music can help you remember things better? Why or why not? Why not? Márcio, I start with you. You study with hockey or no?
Yeah, I study rock, samba, MPB, jazz, and blues. Yeah, because I'm a musician, and to study and different things and different ritmos. Yeah, because there are people likes samba, people likes and MPB, and anything, because this I play rocky, samba, MPB, axé, any ritmos, in the bass. So help me a lot when I remember when I was child, and because my dad, I love my dad, but my dad fought me when I was play and different, and I don't know, and music, I don't know say that in English, errado, fight me a lot, because this, thank you my dad, because this, I remember about this, fight me a lot, fight me and fight me and fight when I was and play errado, I don't know, because this remember my dad a lot.
Márcio, when do you need, for example, when do you need the study? How the kind of music you listen is better for you remember the thing? Because, for example, I remember when I was a student, I have the friends who listen hockey for study, for example, mathematics. And I have TDAH. For me, it's not possible study maths with hockey. But it's everyone have a different opinion about this. What kind of music you listen when you need to study?
When I need to study, for example, here English, I need to hear about the instrument, and that's it. Instrument, or I don't know, keyboard, keyboard, or electric guitar when I study English, you know. But I don't have pay attention when I study English, when I read, for example, or when I listen the English, I don't have pay attention on music in my ear, because I don't know say English, I guess. When I hear one music, I don't have to pay attention when I read English, for example. I pay attention about the instrument, because I guess because I am musician. Oh my God. I don't know, accord really different, for example. So distraction. I am distractions in my mind, you know. Yes, sometimes I hear uh, keyboard or electric guitar, but don't have pay attention when I hear music and read books or read English or listen English.
I understand what you say because for me it's the same. It's the same. And for you, Mauri, do you think music can help you remember things better? Why or not? And if it's better, what kind of music you choose for study?
I believe that music can mark the people's life. In specific situations, the music has the power to remember love or pain. I use music for remember my past. Very music brings to my mind situations that's my past. I love remember my past. I have very nostalgia that my childhood. Uh, I I don't listen music first. I'm a person. I'm a person that needs science for students. I like music for calm and forget, that's all. For me, the music needs to be appreciated. When listen music, I travel, para mim viajar mesmo, para curtir.
Nice, Mauri. And you, Sydney?
Yeah, for me, guys, I strongly believe that music has a huge power to, I think to help us to enhance our abilities, connect with, I think our short and long-term memories, and also, like Mauri said, to bring some memories from the past. So I also have some kind of music that I used to listen when I was a teenager, when my childhood as well. When I listen it nowadays, it bring a lot of memories from the past and some music remember me some specific situations. So I think it has a great power to to help us to remember these moments, these nostalgic moments. And if, for example, but a lot of bands that I used to listen before, I continually listen it, like Red Hot Chili Peppers music, I think Green Day, Metallica, what else? U2. So until now, when I listen this kind of music, I also build new memories because when I'm working, normally doing something that it's a little tedious or boredom, I used to put some music and to I think to make it less mm, tedious, and it also helped me to build some new memories. So that's it.
Nice. And about the question number
Yeah,
one,
I totally agree with everyone here. I think that music can help us. It happened to me to remember things better. I don't think that is the only thing that we can use to memory because this. For the first time, I'm thinking about it. It's very interesting to have this how to say that topic here. So this connection between music and memory, and it's true. For example, Marcio brings this topic, for example, about the learning foreign language. It's very important, I think, to use music. It's a powerful tool to learn new collocations in English, for example. Remember some structures, for example, when I have to think about the conditional to in English, the second conditional, I remember always about the music of Beyonce, If I Were a Boy. So this kind of connections really help us. I remember when I was a kid too, a professor teach us about the water cycle creating a music. It was important. I think that the way that we use we have to pay attention. It cannot be just something. Oh, I just want to put a music to remember things, but that can it can be important. And related to the video that you brought to us, in my case, for example, I don't know music is not directly linked in my case with the remember things, but it's something that helps me to concentrate more, and because of that I can study better so and remember after. So I usually use to study and to work, especially when I'm in the has a noise places. The lo-fi how say that music that we can electronic music, we have something like that in Spotify, and it's just music that I don't know, and just instruments and in a low frequency. So, because in my case, I'm not a musician, but as Marcio said, if I listen a music that I really like it, I cannot concentrate myself. I will just pay attention in this music. So to concentrate, I use music for this, and other things I use music to really understand the society, because the music it's a reflection, in my opinion, of society or of a sentiment, of a feeling. Sorry. And for example, I remember when I was studying the romantic literature, and the professor, the teacher used it, the Cazuza's music, exagerado. So it wasn't. I cannot forget not anymore. More than 15 years ago, and I remember this music represents this what it was, this feeling, something a little bit close. So Lord Byron, I could remember just because she created this bound between music and literature. So that's just examples that I have in my mind.
This topic for me it's so interesting, guys. I have TDAH. I don't remember TDAH in English, and for me it's a big challenge. Stay focused in one thing for 1 hour. If I have a noise next to me, I lost the things, and when I need to return to the same activity. Sometimes I I use 30 minutes for focus in one thing. I remember when I am a very young student, it's a big challenge for me because I don't understand about the TDAH and other things. But now I use the binaural beats, and for me, I understand better about the things, and it's so nice. I research about the binaural beats. I put here, and after the immersion, if you are very a curious person like me, listen this kind of things and uh, and use. And after in next Saturday, spoke with me how this kind of experience, because it's totally different. Read a book with a binaural beat. The research explain about this. The binaural beat try your mind, faz o seu cérebro agir em diferentes partes, em português, because I don't remember how do you say this in English. And try, guys, for 5 minutes, read a book, because it's interesting, because you are focused in one thing, and it's totally different. I put the sound who I listen in the chat. I think everyone explain about the question number 1 and number 2. It's possible for us jump for the question. Sidney, escolhe uma questão aí pra gente. Choose a
Okay,
question for us.
the number 3, have you ever used music to help you learn something new, like language or a subject? Yes, I used to. I have been using music to learn, not just learn English, but to help me maintain my motivation, especially the the ones that are my favorite musics. For example, some music from the Link Park group, Link Park band. I think their lyrics, the lyrics of these musics are very deep. So it also helped me to understand what the singer, I forgot his name, but what he looking for, what his objective and what he's saying through this lyric, the music, and also I think not just the lyric but the rhythm, the instruments, they are all connected, we know. So because I think, yeah, to learn, for example, in my opinion, to learn a music, to learn English from music, it's a little tough because they used to cut some words, they used to create new sounds, something like that, that to use it to learn English, it could ruin or bring some frustration for you. I did it before, and sometimes I try to just to translate some my favorite music and try to listen it when I'm driving, and they follow the lyrics, follow the structure, but just to maintain my motivation, you know. So that's it.
And you, Mas, what do you think about the question number 3?
Yeah, maintain motivations really, really good, Sydney. And for me, when I make food, I hear the music because make food for me is a therapy. I like make, how can I say English? Not eat food, I guess this word, because I'm not eat. Yeah, and when I hear a lot of music, I don't have more specific band. I don't have more specific song for me. A lot of music, good music, yeah, for me. And when I make food, I pay attention. I relax in my mind, in my day, But I said I pay attention a lot about the accord and notas. I don't know why. Um, so yeah, that's because the days when I make food, and for me hear different music, it really so good.
And you, Mauri, about the question number 3?
For me, I don't use music para aprender. I believe that music can very help you learn. But I have never used to music to learn because em diferentes situações, né, the music can active my ansiedade, ansiedade, né? Dependendo da situação, ela pode ativar minha ansiedade. Eu não consigo fazer nada.
And you, Rafael?
Yeah, no, it's an interesting question, and just to reply what Mauri said, it's very interesting. I said notice that I use different musics for different moments. When I will clean up my house, I will use music that I really like, a samba because I'm passionate about it, or something that I'm trying to learn and that this is new, but it's very energetic. When I have to concentrate in things that I have to read or do other activities that, in my opinion, I have to think too much about it, I prefer just use, as I said, a lo-fi music. So it's very interesting. I have music for different situations in my life. When I'm sad, I will put something more energetic or something more to reflect about it. When I'm a little bit nostalgic, I will use music that I used to listening when I was a kid or to remember my family. So it's very interesting to think about it. And you have to pay attention because if you're already, as Mauri said, anxiety, I'll say that anxious, sorry, you put something that so energetic, it can be worse for your situation at this moment. But just to answer, I already answered this question, the number 3. But something that I would like to add is that this we learn, I believe, better for how said when we can associate things. So I'm always trying to compare because the only thing that we have to learn a new thing, it's something that we already know. So it's very interesting when we try to know a new subject, a new thing, and try to associate another one, or even try to compare two new subjects. So, and I think that music can help us in this way. So, for example, when this professor, as I said, this teacher used the Cazuza's music that everyone knew in the class, we could associate this how say that characteristics and knew the new thing. So, and also it was easier to us use something that we already like it, you know. So it's about pleasure too, because if you don't have pleasure in your learning process, that would be hard. So, and I talked about, for example, in our case here, to learn English, I think that you have to find something that you really like. So, Marcio said that he researched about music. In my case, I'm really like basketball. So, I try to read things about basketball or about my career. And that's just a last thing, a last comment that I would like to say is other thing that music it's very powerful. It's because it's something that we can repeat, and the learning process it's about try again, and memorize. We just can memorize things if we make revisions. And music it's very powerful because it's pleasure, and we can listen many times and memorize. So that's my opinion and how and it, of course so I use it music all the time to learn things and to help me to concentrate.
Guys, I jump now for the question number 5. Can you think a song that reminds you a specific memory? What is the history behind it? I started. I have a music. I remember this music. Every time when I listen this music, I remember that moment. É, em português. Você não sabe o quanto eu caminhei, because it's the music who I put in my when I finish my graduate, and the moment when we finish this graduate is the music. And every time I remember this music, the music have a big strong in our mind, because remember us about the moments. And Mas, to share with us, can you think of a song that reminds you of a specific memory?
Yeah, I love the music Milton Nascimento. E I sing em português, ok? Amiga é coisa para se guardar. Debaixo, né? E what else? Because the phrase really good, you know, really lyric, just the lyrics really so good, and your voice, Milton Nascimento, your voice really different. I remember when I was a child, my dad played this music all the time because this I remember. I have good memory this song, the Milton Nascimento. Yeah, because the MPB I like MPB too, and your voice and your lyrics, these lyrics, I remember a lot this song.
It's nice. And this music, it's amazing. And you, Mauri?
Um, I'm nostalgic. Their songs reminds my past. But Nas Asas do Senhor, né, from Priest Fábio de Mello, reminds my old job, né? I love my old job. Enquanto eu ia no ônibus, né? I remember listen to music.
Nice, nice. And you, Sidney?
Well, guys, yeah, I remember I think the music called uh, Crawling by the Link Park Band. And I remember my father, he bought a new stereo system, very powerful, that when I put this music, in the high volume, all the walls in my house start to shake, you know. And I put it in the maximum volume, and then after some days, my neighbors they start to complain about it because not just the walls in my home, but also the walls in their homes start to shake as well. Because yeah, and I was a little not great, but a little nonsense because I did notice that. But yeah, so it was one of my favorite music until nowadays, and yes, this music remind me this moment.
And you, Rafael?
Yes, I don't know if I have a specific time moment, but for example, when I listen some old sambas, very old, I remember the time that when I used to go to a specific samba in the downtown in São Paulo every Friday, or when I listen in some raps. I remember my uncle, or when I listen to some old singers, for example, not so old, Roberto Carlos and others. I remember my grandmother. So there are musics that can transport me not just for a single moment, but remembers me people and how say the situations that I really like and after that I can remember a specific moment. But so I think that it's more or less like that. But it's so good. As Mauri said, it's something that we can travel in the time. That's the time machine was already invented in its music, in my opinion. So it's very good. I'm very nostalgic. I'm a nostalgic person. I really like it to do it once a week to remember me who I am, to and even to remember people and remember to take care of these relationships that I have, send a message for my family, for my friends, saying that I love them. So music, it's very powerful for do it.
Now you for the question number 6. Do you think schools should use music in the classroom to help students learn? Why? Uh, I have a daughter. My daughter has 8 years now, and now I put my daughter. My daughter start with the violão, and now use the teclado. But my daughter study in a Christian school, and it's in this year the director manager of the school put the a Christian music in the start of the day for the kids because it's common when the kids stay very stressful or other things, and it's kind of the things for help the kids for stay more calm, concentrating one thing, and guys, this kind of things help the kids, and it's so common. And the kids go to the school and listen the music, start singing, go to the class, and okay, and they say no, this kind of thing is very simple, and yes, help the kids for stay more calm and other things, and help very well. What do you think about this, Márcio? About the music and this at schools?
Yeah, I agree with you. So you, I have 3 children, okay? One son, two daughter. My children love play music instruments. My son love play drums, for example. Yeah, really noise, okay, but loves play drums. My middle daughter play keyboard, and my little daughter play violins and guitar, electric guitar, and yeah, to relax in my house, really so good, you know. pay attention about the school. For example, my little daughter loves read books with music, for example. So violence. My little daughter loves violence, you know. And yeah, in the school, music is really important, guys. Or at home or any area, really important. Music is really so good.
An interesting point about music. It's because I'm not learning music when I was a kid. But before my daughter start with the music, I go to the teacher and I start with violin. It's totally different because the music use the different areas of our mind. I'm engineer, guys. 2 plus 2 equals 4 for me. And the music, it's totally new for me. It's a big challenge because I need to use more my hands, my mind, because I think remember the tones of das notas. A música é muito diferente, and because of this, I think the kids need use because explore the different parts of the mind of the kids. It's so important. In my opinion, the schools have this kind of experience for the kids. I remember this because I'm adult now, and I pass for this experience, and I understand it's so important. What do you think about this, Mauri? Márcio, you listen nothing? You are needed listen nothing?
No. Thank you.
Okay. And Mauri?
In my opinion, the schools could introduce music in the routine the students because it use help them develop in várias áreas, né? And it would also help to awaken talents. Eu acho que pode despertar muitos talentos.
And you, Sidney, what do you think about this?
Yes, as far as I remember, when I studied in elementary and the high school, my teachers they used a lot of music to teach us different subjects. I remember especially Portuguese and the literacy. I remember we had a kind of workshops, and in these workshops there are also some music involved in it. And about my son, he is in his first year in the school, and this year he already studied 4 or 5 music, and coincidentally today we have we will have an event in his school. It's the day of the family, something like that, and he will show a presentation about the music, and he showed me this kind of how can I say performance, like kind of dance and the music. So I think it helped a lot. Not just adult, I think children to connect with the music, the lyrics, the instrument, and also I think help them to remember, to have good moments, good memories with his friend and the teachers.
And Rafael, what do you think about this?
No, I totally agree with you guys. I think that we have two things, different things. One, it's how say that the school I absolutely should use music. How say that have a music class. So we are here to learn an instrument, to think about music, to learn how to read a partiture or something like that. I think that it would be very useful and important. And another thing, even important too, is use music as a tool to learn other things. So as I said, I bring here many examples of my life. It was very good to remember and about it, and take this moment as serious. So choose pedagogic materials that have this use of music, so it's very important. Professors have this formation, this capacity to bring music, create these connections between music, and I think that it's not just something that we have to give a formation for this professionals, because like that they will be able to, in fact, to teach in this way using music, and it's very, very important. But I think that it's something that we have to take as serious in a sense that make it with a purpose, not just to put music there and it's okay. We have to use it correctly, because if you use it in this way, that can be very powerful for the learning process of everyone. So that's it. And I regret that I didn't have this opportunity at the school to learn a new instrument, for example. But it's something that I think that we can do even old, and I'm trying to put this in my routine, and I really would like to learn a new first instrument, because I don't play. I play nothing for now. So, and thank for this immersion. It was amazing. Think about it. I don't know. I think it is Katiana. It's frozen. Yeah, for everyone too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, so at least we could achieve the final, but it's sad that she's not here, but maybe she will come back. But guys, it was very good talk about it. She's coming back.
Sorry, guys, because I think I have a problem with my connection in the last
Okay.
minute. Sorry. But Rafael, you're finished about this question? Okay.
Yeah, I finished.
Okay. Guys, I think it's almost 8 hours. Now, I need to put the survey on the chat. I don't know if you love or hate this topic, but the survey is important for us. Put your opinion on survey. It's the topic, it's interesting or not. In my opinion, it's different because it's the first time I almost completed, I think, 3 years on Talk and Talk. Is the first time who I explore this kind of the music of this. Explorei a música com esse sentido diferente, né? É diferente for me. I say thank you for everyone for stay here with me Saturday 7 a.m. It's the fun. Every time I say this because it's important.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's facing problems, technical
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have just a few minutes, guys. I'd like to say it was a pleasure to stay with you. And that's it. It's a really good conversation and talk that Katiana brought today.
No, today my connection is so bad, guys. It's not good. Guys,
Okay.
I say thank you, and it's a pleasure for me if you return to the next Saturday for a new immersion with me. Guys, bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye
Have
bye.
a
Thank
great weekend.
you.
Have a good day.